it. 'Cause
On program.
Hello there.
On program.
On program. That means hands on head, eyes front, feet on the floor. Do it.
You two, on program now.
On program.
Now.
Do it.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
on program.
I suggest we use these.
On program now.
This is where the fun begins. On program.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're live. It's Friday night, and we've decided to tune in today. So, welcome to the show. Same skeleton crew here today. No pun intended. Taylor is apparently battling a bug, so she is out. We wish her well in her quest. May Warrior's fortune smile on your efforts. Yeah, shoot, man. There's been a little bit going on in the Star Wars world. Not a bunch. We're still waiting for December, but a couple of things dropped, so we'll just chat about the few things we got going on, and shoot, man, we'll just leave it there. Get hyped for December, which is right around the corner. Heck of a group of folks here to chat today. Got Michael B, Andy Mason. Yeah, Michael B, what's been going on with you? Anything new?
Not since the last time I talked for like an hour about 3D printing. We're good.
Join our Discord. We need to put a 3D printing subsection on there. I don't think the arts.
No,
and
it's
crafts is
art.
quite
It's
cutting
the
it.
art section. I've
Art.
co-opted art for 3D printing because it's
Yeah.
art. You can't
I guess-
rush art. No, sorry.
I guess you can buy art prints, so fair enough. Yeah. Oh, look, it's sneaking in behind you, behind your filter there. When
Yeah,
you
I
duck
saw
your
that.
head, it thinks that Commander Neo or whoever is actually your face.
I don't know where it went.
What about you, Andy? Anything been going on? What you been doing? It can be Star Wars. It can not be Star Wars. Just tell people what you've been up to.
Not really a lot of Star Wars stuff been going on. I've been watching football. I've been painting a puppy.
Hell yeah.
That's my
That's
dog.
what I'm talking about. Well, I haven't been doing much either. Work keeps running us ragged. Like we said, we're in the doldrums here. There's not a whole ton going on. I have been playing Star Wars Outlaws, I finished that up.
Did you really?
I can say that I did very much enjoy it. I think every single critique about gameplay is fair and valid. But I really did have a good time with this one. That being said, I played
you
Red
see
Dead,
the-
a game from I played Red Dead, a game from 9 years ago, and then jumped back into this one, and I was like, God damn it. Michael's right.
Red
It's
Dead is
ugly as
good,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah. This is ugly as shit.
Yep.
You were right. But I will say one of the things we're going to talk about today, I'll get into it quickly. They dropped a pretty big update for it. I haven't gotten into the
Yes, that's what I
DLC,
was gonna
which
say.
also dropped today. But yeah, that update, I noticed a few things. I didn't know the update had all this stuff in it, and so I'm just playing. I'm like, oh shit, I still have the E11. That's interesting.
Yeah,
and
you don't
then,
drop stuff anymore. You can actually keep it. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, you can put it in your pocket now, which is pretty cool. Hold on, people are buzzing in the Discord.
No,
here.
that was you actually. That's us going live on Discord.
Oh, is that a fact?
I'm
Okay,
live,
cool.
baby.
Did that
Yeah, I'm glad
come
that-
through the sound? It did. Let me mute
did.
that. That's fun. All right, cool. Now we got that squared away, so it won't bing bong every time. But yeah, okay. So that's what I've been up to. I've just been playing Outlaws, and like Andy said, I have also been watching an ungodly amount of football. That's something I do when I'm not doing Star Wars. Is definitely no lifing the football. I think it's just me, Christian Harloff, and Mark Ellis that are the mega Star Wars fans that are also absolutely football junkies. But yeah.
So that Outlaws
Jeez.
update.
Yeah, talk about it.
Some interesting. I was gonna say, like, I only knew a couple of the things other than just bug fixes, but it's an interesting take because what they essentially did is they removed stealth as a mandatory option for any missions. So
Yeah.
you can no longer fail missions because you refuse to stealth. And it's interesting because the reason they did this was people were complaining it was too hard to stealth the missions and you just kept insta failing. But they I think they misunderstood why that was. And it wasn't because people don't like stealth. And it wasn't because stealth didn't make sense in those contexts. The problem is their stealth system is just kind of sucks. Especially like the cover and hiding behind things and staying hidden and moving from cover to cover and knowing when you're actually hidden. Like the whole aspect of stealth in the game is just kind of broken. So on one hand, a lot of people are very appreciative that a game that came out even several months ago is still getting pretty good qualitative updates, especially a non-multiplayer kind of one and done off.
Yeah,
What am I trying to say? Anyway, a game where you don't pay
like it's
perpetually
not a
for it.
service platform. Yeah,
Right. Yeah, so they're doing a good job supporting it, but then at the same time, people are like, but you kind of missed the point. The system was broken, and all you just decided was, let's double down on the mass murderer Nathan Drake thing, where you're just like, and I've noticed this. I just played it a few minutes ago, or no, this is last Friday. I played it a little bit after our call, and it was funny because I just remember I legitimately try to do the stealth thing. I try every time, and inevitably something happens. You can't get out of now you've broken stealth, and it's just so much easier just to shoot everybody. It really is. And that's sort of a problem with the game. It's like, I don't know why you force people to do this when you made it just so easy to just slaughter all of Jabba's palace. You just like everybody. It's so much easier.
I got there. I got to the point where I'm just an absolute tank. And I can do that now, like 100%. There's one Imperial base. I think it's on where is it? I think it's on Akiva, right? Where there's just like this massive Imperial installation, and I just went in and accidentally went loud, and there were just hundreds of stormtroopers. It was like Han Solo in A New Hope, when he runs in that room, and they're all just right there.
Right.
And so, of course, I did Deadeye, killed 8 of them, and then picked up a laser Gatling and killed all. I was just like, oh my god, am I man or beast? But
yeah,
it
also depends on the difficulty level. Because the game
which mine
still
was,
has the problem. You could like stand still. You can still stand still right in front of a stormtrooper, and they still like miss you. So, which is fairly lore accurate, but still
it is
not as fun to play as a game.
No, but like anyway, so
it's just an interesting mixed bag,
yeah, it is, and it's a mixed bag because it was the way it was from the start, which there's only so much they could do. I will say removing the insta fail is probably the best of both worlds there, because you can still do it stealth, and I've gone through installations where like I'm able to stealthily clear everybody out and all that stuff, which is great, and it feels good and it feels realistic because you are but a child basically, but
I don't know, you can fly a ship you've never seen before.
If you fail, well, you're a skilled child. If you fail, then you're not instantly catapulted out and you have to start at the beginning. So that's quite nice. But,
honestly, though, more than the stealth, the most frustrating thing for me, well, for one, is a skill issue on my part, but partially it is the like grappling and mantling coming from other Ubisoft games, like Assassin's Creed, where that's just like the best in class system of climbing and jumping from object to object. This game, I have died so many times to like jumping to a cliff or a rope, or off of a rope or something, just like trying to drop down and just instant dying, and then worse, not respawning right where I fell off, but like having to refight an entire fight that I already did stealth, and I just say, screw it, I'm just gonna go in loud this time because I know it doesn't matter anyway. It's really immersion breaking every time it happens, and it's kind of weird again for a studio, or for at least a company that's known for doing that so well. Like that, and that's something that I feel like you're right. Like, I don't know what they can do to fix that, because it's both engine related and like they'd probably have to completely redesign their maps to fix it. So
right. Yeah.
It's rather unfortunate, but I almost found
Outlaws
it more
2
frustrating.
Bang.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't know that we're gonna
Red
get
Dead Redemption system. I don't know.
Dude.
Let's port it. Let's port it as a mod. We'll do a total conversion for Red Dead. Just make it look like Outlaws. There you go. We're way off here, but we're still on program. So
yeah, it's true. I'm just imagining how that would work. It's like, okay, Jabba. You
Yeah.
That's all right, ND. You're
I mean,
okay.
the only thing they did to change that in Outlaws is they just took those same accents and made them in Huttese. They
Yeah,
still
that's true.
have the like really really stereotypical Southern
How to
drawl.
tuba Denalia.
Exactly.
Do all the dope pot, Slimo. That's Woody Harrelson right there. No, look, I really enjoyed the story. I liked it a lot more, especially the ending. I thought it was great. Wyatt said it made no sense, but
I
Wyatt's
still
been
haven't
known
really
to.
gotten to the story
Yeah,
despite having played for
I'm
like
not going to
35
spoil anything,
hours.
but no, I liked it. I thought, it wasn't the most unpredictable thing ever. But I think it worked in some pretty cool elements, and it had some neat actual lore implications, especially if you've been following along with the comics. Like it did some pretty cool stuff, and I liked it quite a bit. But anyway,
We'll see how the Lando
that's
thing goes.
Outlaws. Yeah, I'm not really sure there's much else to say about that. Um, okay, so everything else is gonna be Skeleton Crew and Andor news. Has everyone gotten to see the Andor trailer, the Andor Skeleton Crew 2025 Disney Plus extravaganza boogaloo thing they put out? Everybody
Like
watch that?
the 20-second teaser.
Yeah, just like some of the little bitty clips there, and mixed in with everything else. You guys see
Mhm.
that?
Yeah.
Any thoughts? Either of you? I know it's going to happen. You're both going to not talk, and you're both going to talk at once. That's how it goes. I'll direct traffic. Andy, you got any thoughts?
I don't think so. I mean, there is, Michael B. You've seen it's a minute long trailer. It's not just 20
Me, I
seconds.
can't remember if I saw the whole thing then. Maybe.
I
Double
don't know. I'm
check.
pretty sure it's like, well, what are you talking about,
There was a
Andy?
minute version that was like mixed with a bunch of other stuff, but I
Oh, yeah,
thought
yeah,
there
yeah.
was
It's
only
probably
like a
fan
20
made.
seconds of
Okay.
it was
Oh,
like
okay.
all dedicated to Andor.
Well,
Yeah,
there's a minute of
it's
Andor.
like, yeah, okay,
I'll drop it in the.
yeah. Drop it in, or react live.
Look at us not even
It's
being real fans. We haven't seen the full
a
trailer. Andy
surprise to
over
be
here showing us
sure,
up.
but a welcome one.
Welcome one.
Okay, I'm dropping it in the live chat Discord.
Yeah, this
What
is
if it
Yeah,
was
the
the
by
Discord
Andor
one.
season 1 trailer? That'd be funny.
someone called Darth Trailer. So
Oh no, that ain't
not
real. That's not it.
optimistic.
What?
I think this is probably a
It hasn't.
It probably
fan-made.
reuses. Yeah, Darth Trailer drives me nuts because Google
Oh,
really likes to suggest those all the time.
it's the
But no,
first thing that
it
They're not.
probably
pops
bangs. It probably bangs. Let's see. I can stand for a fan-made hype video.
You
Let's
got
go to the
punked.
content screen. Let's go to the content screen here.
Yeah, I see like 22 seconds of.
That's what I saw too. But
We aren't just fighting.
they're gonna have the clips, so
We're fighting for the future. This
That's-
isn't just war.
that's AI.
It's survival.
I thought it sounded
Right?
a little
I
like
just do what
AI.
has
I'm
to
not
be
gonna
done.
lie.
Yeah.
Or
Looks
just a
good,
bad
though.
impersonator.
With Ezra Bridger's speech, we had the opportunity to bring the
Yeah. If you're-
Yeah, no, this is not real. Ezra's not involved.
Choices are the only ones that matter.
He might be,
I
but
I was
mean,
excited
wouldn't
by
be.
that.
And losing
I know.
If we do not stand together, we will
How
be
long?
crushed.
See, because that's from the Mandalorian, right?
The rebellion underestimates the reach of the Empire.
Oh man, Rick's
How?
Road.
Yeah, and all of this is reused footage from that's Mandalorian.
But it
actually.
works though. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
That's why I hate this. I really hate this YouTube channel because it gets
so
me.
many views. I
Yeah.
trusted them.
Yeah.
No,
how old is
it's-
that trailer though? I bet it's older than.
The first thing I said before I clicked on it, you guys, I said 3 weeks ago. Is that right? And Ed, you're like, yeah, probably.
No, that's the right time frame.
It's about the right time frame. Yeah.
Here's one.
I hate it here.
Here.
Look at the top comment. Yeah, label this as a fan trailer in the title. It's like, yeah, man, that's the point of this whole thing is to get people.
It is. Yeah, they also have like Disney Plus logo at the end, which makes it look really official, and I'm sure they will get taken down at some point because that's not cool. I sent another one, which is the actual Andor trailer, but it's clipped out of the larger trailer, so it is still sort of a fan edit, but it is all the stuff put together, which is pretty cool.
All right. We're gunning it. We're gunning it. Let's go.
Make it bigger.
A pilot.
Peter mode.
You're thinking like a thief.
I'm thinking like a soldier.
Think like a leader.
Let's make it worth it.
This is
I
already
need it.
saucier.
I need it so bad, dude. I need it so bad.
Okay.
That's all we saw. That's all we got.
I need it
That's
so
better.
bad.
It's better.
Like
That's exciting.
this. All right. So check this
Make
out.
it
Is it
full
gonna let me
screen,
leave
Ed.
it?
Yeah, do full screen or theater mode or something there, so you can.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, Michael, I already talked with you about this, and
We
all
did.
the scuttlebutt. We're not. This isn't breaking so much new ground. But Andy, you've watched Rebels, and and generally speaking, but Mon Mothma, the main reason she goes public and denounces Palpatine and has that whole message go out is because of the Gorman massacre, right? So like Saw Gerrera in season 1 already mentioned the Gorman front and all this sort of stuff, and like I think we're gonna get to see the Gorman massacre in this season, and that's going to be absolutely crazy because one, these people don't pull punches in the way they film things, and the way, and I truly hope that they will be allowed to just complete this instead of Disney being like, oh shit, maybe we should fuck this up now that people like it, so let's pay attention to what you guys are doing now. Yeah, let's fire everybody and start fresh and bring in Jar Jar Binks. I don't know. I truly hope they're able to just
there aren't
follow their
enough
vision.
cute furry creatures in this show. There's nothing to merchandise here.
Yeah. Well, we have B2 Emo. I mean, he's.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
I don't
weird.
feel like that was a big seller for kids. I could be wrong.
For this one, anyway.
Yeah.
No, I loved that guy. But in any event, yeah, I think this has the potential to be the sort of galvanizing event that will change a lot of our characters. It'll be a flashpoint to where, like, who knows what I always call him Cyril Figgis from Archer.
What?
It's Cyril Karn, right? That's the guy's name, the little twerp.
Yeah.
I'd be very interested to see if that's an event where he will snap out of it, right, and be like, "Oh,
yeah,
we're the baddies,"
he could. I would really love to see a Zuko arc for him or something like that. Like,
that's possible. Or he could be like, the love of my life can't be bad, so therefore.
Yeah, I'm also before that because we get a lot of redemption arcs in Star Wars. It's kind of its thing.
That's true. Yeah. No, I just
we talked about this last week, but we should also really end up seeing Andor like we really shouldn't view Andor as much of a good guy by the end of this season. How he talks about himself in Rogue One, like he really should be like he was basically an assassin, as we saw. He killed the guy right off the front, and then he was getting ready to kill Jyn Erso's dad. And so like I want to see him get from I'm not really a joiner, I'm just in this for myself to I said this last week, but like I want to see him borderline Saw Gerrera at this point, if not too far.
He'll be Saw Gerrera. I don't doubt that at all. But Andy, what were you gonna say?
First, thank you, Andrew, for the smash like and subscribe comment.
Ditto.
Always.
Big ditto.
As always. Second, I know how great I am at committing to rewatching things. I'm not, but I would. I really would rewatch season 1 of Andor in anticipation for this, and we have lots of time. But that is something I think would be, for me, it would be worthwhile because I forget everything.
Yeah, I agree. I would very, very, very much like to do that. That was one of the main things I wanted to rewatch, but then we kind of fluctuated on our interest in that concept. So I agree. I would love to do that. No, I Michael, to your point about Andor, I don't know. I want him to be a guy who has who does terrible things for the right reason, right? Like it's like Luthen,
Sure.
all right? Like you need to use the tools of your enemy to defeat them, right? Like you can't always have the political leader. You have to have people that are willing to get their hands dirty. Every revolution
Yeah.
has always had that. Like
Even Luthen, though, I want to actually see his actions go further, because we haven't, unless I'm forgetting. I feel like we haven't really seen Luthen use the tools of his enemy as much as he has said. Like, it was a fantastic speech, but I feel like he was sort of
got an
alluding
entire
to
rebel
more.
cell killed by the Imperial Security Bureau. I mean, he like sold those people out. He used them as
I guess,
bait. He was
yeah,
ready to have
that's
Cassian
right.
killed. He ordered multiple hits. Like,
Were they really a rebel cell, though, or they were just?
Yeah, they were. They were like
Yeah.
another, like they're not a hard
They're not Phoenix
set
Squad.
alliance yet. They're different.
Right.
They're different cells, and so he had Krieger's group eliminated, and yeah, it's dark, man. And
But they were
like,
separatists, right?
Krieger is a separatist. I think that's what they said. Yeah. And my pay is New Republican. They're lost.
Okay.
Save the rebellion. Save the dream.
Lies. Deception. Every day, more lies.
Borgullet. we need Borgullet as a needle drop.
Borgullet!
That would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, so we've got to do like a watch through. We've got to plan it where we go season 1 and we watch through like an episode a week, and then we do season 2, and then we go right into a Rogue One rewatch.
I don't want to do a season. I don't want to do an episode a week. I want to do an arc a week.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or an
It's
arc
3 episodes
per review. Like we don't do this every week
yeah.
anymore. But I think if we're gonna do it, we should do like the first 3 episodes, the second 3 episodes, the next 2, whatever.
Solid.
Because I mean, yeah, like there's some plot arcs that go through all of it, as we know.
It's pretty hard to. We would never recommend anybody watch it 1 episode a week anyway. It's awful to watch that way. It was hard. Those first episode and even half of the second episode of every arc, like, generally was a little dry.
If you once you buy in and you have faith that it's going somewhere, it's great. But yeah, if you're not, you're on the fence, it's like, yeah, I promise the whole all this conversation is going somewhere. I promise, and people don't tend to believe you. Or you're like my brother, and you're just like, I'm bored. I don't care. It's stupid. I fast forwarded through it, and it didn't grip me. All right,
yeah,
cool.
I played it through in 4 times speed. And I just don't understand what they were saying.
We need on the bottom of the screen is like the Minecraft playthroughs, so that their attention stays on it.
He would appreciate this so little, and it's awesome. Like, I've said all of this to his face. I know he'll probably see this. I don't have any qualms.
He might be here right now. We got 5 viewers.
Yeah, he could be.
What's
Wyatt,
up,
show up in the
Wyatt?
chat, man. You can join us on this Andor rewatch, and you can show everybody why you don't like it. You can explain.
He really
it for the
should.
class.
Like, I think he owes it to us to actually have the qualitative discussion on why he thinks it's bad, and not just
I think it's because
is boring.
he's rage farming. I think he just likes likes to see me get angry. Which fair enough. I am.
Who doesn't?
I'm an entertaining angry boy for sure. Like my wife always says, like, white people are funny when they're mad because they always get so red so fast. And I'm like, yeah. We watch that Dropout comedy show a lot. There's a guy on there who every time he laughs or anything just turns into a tomato, and I'm like, that is very relatable. I feel you, brother. I feel you. But yeah, that's the main thing. I know they have an entire Star Wars show dropping in, like, what is it, 2 weeks? Like, and they're trying to get us hyped for it. They put out a director's roundtable. I watched a few minutes of it. Like, I'm rooting for this show. I hope it's good. But at this
it's still
point,
an appetizer.
Yeah, it's like I'm watching it because it's Star Wars. I'm gonna give it a chance, and I hope it's comfort food for the holidays. I hope it's something fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting I'm waiting for Andor. What's up? You excited? Are you nervous about it?
kind of neither. I'm kind of just like I've said, I think last time we talked about it, I just have a feeling it's going to be a stinker. I feel like it's not going to be great.
We
Maybe
only
I'm
have
just
'They're
11
sad.
days
marketing it
to find
like
out.
it's a stinker. That's for sure. They're
I'm
they're
sat
marketing it
firmly in
like
the
it's
hater
Sonic
spot.
1.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's good.
Yeah, I think we're all rooting for it, but yeah, it's definitely I don't know. I'll be interested to see how it goes. But
It's one of
it'd be
those things where for a show titled The Skeleton Crew, when you actually read the premise, you're like, did anybody ask for this? Because people ask for a lot. People want everything. And this one was like, I mean, I guess this meets the category of something new and different, but
that's my hope. Yeah. Like
I don't know.
I know nobody asked for it, and that's why I hope that it's so good that they're like, yeah, ain't nobody want this, but they're gonna, like
Like, you
nobody
remember
asked
the
for
Ewok
Andor.
adventures?
Yeah, I
We
know
want
that
to
it could go that way. It
let's
could go that
I
way in
want
a
to do that
second.
again.
Yeah, it could
Remember when we
100%
used to
go that
make
way.
like adult series where children were the main characters? That. Let's go back
It
to
could
that.
100% go that way. It could go that way super quick.
Hey,
We'll know. I think we'll know real quick too. Like
to
2
that
3
point
episodes in.
though, that goes towards all the people that worship at the feet of George Lucas and say, he could do no wrong. He gave us some pretty hot garbage during that era. So people like to forget that, Disney's not the only one that's made some iffy Star Wars series.
The holiday special goes hard. I don't
The
care.
holiday special is the worst offender of them all. Disney
Jar Jar
probably
Binks.
still can't top that. I'm sorry. Even Rise of Skywalker does not top the holiday
Oh,
special.
no. There's
Not
nothing.
even close.
There's nothing that'll come close to that. Yeah. No, that is bad.
I don't
I'm Boba Fett.
I don't have the privilege, I think, of having seen it. I've seen
No, no,
like
no. He phrased
Dude,
that wrong.
come on.
You have the
Stop
privilege
it.
of having
Stop
not
it.
seen it.
That's what
I've
we're going to
seen
do. That's what we're going to do.
Oh,
Christmas time,
no.
we're going to do
Live
it on our
stream the holiday
Discord.
special.
We can't live stream it. We'll probably get in trouble, right? We can't put it out on YouTube. But what we could do is on Discord, everybody get together. We'll do a public call on Discord.
Oh,
Anybody that
so
wants to,
bad.
Travis,
Oh.
Andrew, anybody that's in the Discord, come hang out with us, and we will watch the entirety of the holiday special. I love it.
I
You heard it here
will.
first.
All
Andy's
I
gonna
know
love it.
is that like Mark Hamill has like eyeliner on and like
Oh,
he's
yeah.
so pretty.
That's-
That's all I know.
There's so much in it. There's like
the least egregious
random.
thing about this show.
It's awesome, man. I can't wait. That'll be so fun. We need to make sure Reba's there. We need to make sure Eric's there. We need to get the whole gang together, gather around the Life Day tree, and make this happen. Yeah.
I didn't think they had
I'm
a
down.
tree.
They will now. It's a Rocher
They
tree.
live
It's
in
on
a
Kashyyyk.
tree. Right.
Yeah. Go hang out with Chewie and his kid and his wife, which is canon.
Who wear clothes, by the way.
Yeah. Chewie is just a
Chewie
freak
doesn't
this
wear
whole
clothes.
time.
He's the
They
only.
don't match his freak. Oh
Chewie's
my
just
God.
Chewie's just walking around hanging brain the whole time, just kicking it with Han.
Carrie
It's
Fisher
like, yeah,
sings.
it's my culture, man. How dare you? I love it. That's great. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about that.
I'm not.
All right. Oh, really? I couldn't tell by the everything about you. You normally do such a good job of hiding your distaste. Man, I'm still fighting this. I had the Rona a week or two ago, and I think I don't know, that cough still be lingering. It's crazy. Anyway, is there anything else going on in the world of Star Wars for y'all? I like I said, there's a show coming out in a couple weeks. We're gonna watch it. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun to dust off all the old little buttons and things. Do this one.
Hey.
Yeah, you remember. We got buttons over here.
Visions is getting a season 3.
Oh yeah, let's
Your
talk
favorite,
about that.
Your other favorite Star Wars content. I still never got around to watching season 2 because as much as season 1 should have been aimed at me as an avid Star Wars and anime consumer, It did not hit or land remotely. Like there was maybe an episode or two where I was like, okay, I didn't hate that, but
Which is so funny because you tried to get me to watch that shit so hard. You were like, I don't know, man. I think there's a few parts you might like. Like, there's some things in here you might agree.
there are some cool things, but overall, not great. I do need to give season 2 a shot because clearly there's some market. They're not going to just throw money at something for the third time in a row if they're not making something back on it.
But they're not throwing that much money at it. They're like just hiring a bunch of studios to do like labors of
some of
love.
them are really expensive studios, though. Some of these are like really like they had Studio Ghibli in one of the previous ones. Is a pretty the samurai episode is interesting. I really
You made me
couldn't
watch
keep.
that.
Tell your husband to get a damn camera. Tell your husband to stop lurking in the chat and to show his face.
I couldn't get with the animation style on that one because it's that weird cell shaded 3D stuff. But I mean, it was cool.
You talking about anime?
No, it's because it was 3D.
Sorry, I don't know. I just work here.
I know.
That's the only bit of Visions I have seen is that episode that Michael had me watch, and I liked it, but I've just heard nothing but bad things, so I never gave any of the rest
Honestly,
of it a
Andy,
shot.
you should consider watching it because I think if anybody would actually appreciate it, I think you would. Because there's some like really fun, cutesy, kid-friendly stuff in there. I think even your little ones would like it.
There's like,
but the
there's
problem
also
is
a lot
it's like,
of. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
well, it's just where it's random. Every single episode is a
Yeah.
completely different story, completely different art style. They're completely unrelated to one another. But there are 2 or 3 in there that are rather cute, even though I'm like, not for me, but like they're cute stories. And then there's like 1 or 2 where I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on and what they really are intending with all this, but it's actually kind of interesting. But there were the rest of them where I was like,
look, I'm certain that there are some that are better than me, right? Like there are some that are, doing things that I can't realize, or there's like some artistic bent that I'm not picking up, or something to that effect. But
Challenge you.
yeah, well, it's like, yeah, right. That's the nomenclature that you put in Discord. Yeah, there's also something that just I don't resonate with a lot of the 2D, especially like anime inspired art style, as I have made abundantly clear. I have a hard time with that. So anything that is in that style is going to have an uphill battle anyway, for me. And then
battle. You act as though there's an option for victory there with you.
you'll have to scale a cliff,
I mean,
but
I guess I did get you to watch Avatar, right? You did.
That's right. That's the only anime I've ever liked.
It's not anime, but I say it all the time.
You know that I know. You know that I'm saying that as a joke.
I just have to make sure that our 5 users or our 5 viewers here know that you know that I know that you know.
I am doing to you what Wyatt does to me about Andor. 100%.
It's fair.
No, I would like to sit down and try it to get through all of them. Like I watched most of season 1. I can't remember them all now. I watched a good handful of season 2, and I just had a hard time with it. But yeah, like I said, I don't.
To be fair, I didn't finish Resistance either, so
someone's got to be watching this show.
Yeah,
someone's got to. I don't.
Maybe it's just not popular in our half of the world here, but maybe it is elsewhere.
Maybe it's babies. Babies.
I don't know. I don't.
I mean,
think
the
it's
samurai episode is
kid,
definitely
though.
not. That's
like,
definitely
there's a
not
lot of dark
kid-oriented.
ones. Yeah.
I know, but babies be unsupervised watching crazy stuff.
That's true.
I certainly hope that Disney has better qualitative metrics than like people who just leave it on and just let it run. And they're like, look at all the views we got.
Man, I tell you what, people are slaughtering this Star Wars biomes. People are going crazy for Star Wars biomes, man. It's nuts.
I thought those were so cool. One time. They were really cool. They were really cool the one time, and I have not thought about them since you said that.
The only thing I was thinking about is I saw this tech review for like this little mini monitor that hooks up via HDMI or USB to your computer. And so it's like an old retro looking computer, and it's like a little tiny screen. I was like, wouldn't that be cool to just have Hoth down there, just
You could just do a
scrolling.
picture frame.
But that's not fun. That's not involving Disney Plus.
No, you do like
I
a
don't
picture
know.
frame that you use as a well, anyway. We talk about
There's
this.
a lot of things we could do. There's different options, yeah. Look, point is, no one watches Biomes, and that's, I don't know. We're way off program, but there
I
really
like
hasn't
the
been a
Star
program
Wars-
since Acolyte ended, so it's what it is.
I do really like. Have you guys seen on YouTube? They have some like lo-fi music videos, official Star Wars ones.
Yeah, those
I
are
actually really
pretty
like
great.
those.
The Ahsoka's cat or whatever, and then there's or Sabine's Loth cat, and there was
Sabine's
another.
cat, yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah, like the armor.
There's a lot of non-official ones, but like the actual Star Wars ones are kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's definitely some good stuff out there.
Oh, I got some stuff that I can watch. I'm
What's
gonna
that?
try
Visions?
those. Yeah, sure.
Check them out, man. Report back next week, and then we can. Next week, whenever the hell we do this again.
Next week.
How far away? How far away is Skeleton Crew
11 days.
exactly? 11 days. Ain't that about a bitch? Can you imagine that there's a whole ass live action Star Wars show that comes out in 11 days, and Ed doesn't really care? That's kind of impressive. Like, honestly, it's a moment in time, truly. Like, even Rise of Skywalker, I was hyped for.
Yeah, but you weren't hyped for anything else after that for a while.
Oh, I watched all of Mandalorian. When I was still like, oh, at least this is good. But I
We
didn't want
know
to
it
talk
was
about
going
it
to be
on the
good,
show.
though.
No,
I
it
don't
was
know, I
coming
feel like-
out at the same time, right? Like, didn't
Was it?
Mandalorian? It came out concurrently, right?
I don't
Am
know.
I
No, it's
tripping?
it's after.
Are you sure? Because I thought we did like 3 or 4 episodes of the review, and then, or maybe more, and then, but we
think
didn't get
that's
to the
right.
end.
I think.
Because I think we did like
Came
4 or
out
5
November
episodes.
12th, 2019.
Yeah, because then that one came
Oh.
out like December 17th. Yeah.
I didn't watch any of it till the next year.
Um,
That's why I'm confused.
December 20th. Yeah, so we had about a month of Mando before.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that was
the
weird how they
first-
released 8 seasons of Clone Wars all at once. That was crazy.
Just for me. No. The Mandalorian was the first Star Wars I ever watched.
That's right. I remember
Wild.
you saying that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm
It's
glad
fun
that
that
was
we all
enough
got
for
our
me to
different-
be here.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of cool. We all got our little different journeys with it. Because I was thinking, I was hanging out with Lauren, and there was some trivia game or something we were playing, and it was like, if you could go back in time to relive any year, what would it be? What was like the perfect time in your life? I was like, man,
2005.
that's what I was gonna say. Like 2005
dude.
was great, man. The lead up to episode 3, all the marketing, just
That
no
was
lifing
so
Battlefront
hype.
2, playing KOTOR 2, all the different. I mean, it was just like
Got the Tartakovsky series going
Want
on.
to be alive.
Second season.
I had
It was
Dora.
awesome. We get it.
Dora.
Oh, dear. Oh,
We
no.
get it. We're old, Andy. Oh, this must be how Eric feels whenever I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't be born for 30 years when Star Wars came out. Oh, it's rough, man. It's rough out here. Star Wars is generational. Isn't that the most beautiful thing about it? Love it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
2005, there it
2005,
is.
that was the time for sure.
Volume
Like, I remember
2.
I would go mow
5-minute
lawns,
clips.
man. I would mow lawns, make like a stupid amount of money for a 12-year-old or however old I was there, probably older, probably way too old. And then I would just run to Walmart and buy all the toys. It was great. I asked the clerk where I could find the Padme, and I couldn't drive at the time. They were like, that's down exit 126. And I was like, oh, cool. That's great. Mom and Dad, can we go to Walmart? I got to buy this one toy. They don't have it here. And so we drive down there, and man, I when I went out of my way to buy the Padme action figure, the pregnant senator action figure,
Literally
have
the
it.
one that nobody wanted.
Pregnant? I want that doll.
She's
Oh.
pregnant. That's like
Wait, you're
it's
talking
in
about like the
her
3-inch figures
Mustafar.
too?
Yeah. It's in her
That is so
Mustafar like outfit.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's pretty great. It
Did
was
she
one of
have
the
an
few that
action?
I
Because like
no.
2005 is when they introduced the ones where you like squeeze their leg or do something and they would
Yeah.
like move an arm.
No.
Those were
She
some
Her
just
water
great.
breaks.
yeah. You squeeze her leg and it goes, "You're breaking my heart."
Baby pops out. Two babies pop out.
It's like those Jurassic Park dinosaurs where like a chunk of flesh rips out of it.
Yeah,
Her belly
it's
opens.
like
You can pull it
unnecessary.
Stop.
No.
But yeah, it was really funny. My dad gave me a ton of shit about that. He was just like, "Yeah, we got to worry about our kid, man. He drove 20 miles so we could get a doll of a pregnant woman. What is going on?"
Little
My
did you
son-
know.
Yeah, no, it was pretty funny.
I so unironically, like, wholeheartedly want that.
I'm pretty sure they're cheap.
It's yours. I will give it to you next time I see you. I treasure many of my figures, but that one is not super high on my list. So it will mean more to you than it will to me. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
And now you
amazing.
know the
Thank you.
story. You know that I was bullied. There's blood equity in that toy. So
There's
please
tears
take-
on it.
Yeah,
Dried.
exactly. Anyway, 2005 was a great time. So I guess Andy, your perfect Star Wars year would be what, 2020 or 2021?
Savage.
No, that's the funny thing. I didn't love Star Wars as soon as I watched it.
Yeah, it's a slow burn. I get it. I don't get it,
It was.
but you know.
It kind of
I
was.
love
Well,
that
because
for you.
I didn't super love Star Wars until I think I saw Ahsoka live action, and I was into the show, but I wasn't obsessed with it, but I was curious about her. And I knew that Michael told me that I needed to watch the Clone Wars. I needed to watch 7 seasons of this fucking cartoon to understand why Ahsoka's cool. And I was like, ugh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And then I did it and became a total nerd. So that was probably like more like 2022.
Well, that's just it. I mean, you know, there's always the pressure of liking the thing that your partner's super into, and you know
Yeah.
you're gonna get it through their lens. You know, it's like, "Yo, babe, check out this game from 2005." You're gonna get someone like me. It's like, "No, you don't understand. You don't understand. The Episode 3 video game on PS2 was peak. There's nothing better. It's like Mortal Kombat, but in Star Wars. It's everything you'd ever want. Oh my
You went
god!"
so hard in
Blue
that game.
screen. You know?
My goodness, you and Wyatt love that game.
There's nothing better. Mace Windu makes Pulp Fiction references. It's awesome.
That's funny.
It's like, "I will strike you down with great vengeance." It's like, "Let me show you my real power." It's awesome, dude. It's so stupid. I love every bit of it.
Can I also just point out in 2005 that was the first time in our lifetimes when we knew another Star Wars was coming. Like after episode 1, I don't think that it was that sure that episode 2 was happening, especially with how poorly it was received. It was kind of like
that's.
I don't know, but regardless, we absolutely knew, like we were conscious, you know, humans enough to know, like, oh my gosh, another episode of Star Wars is coming, and we actually had reference for it in our lifetimes. It wasn't for me, like I never clocked episode 1 was coming out at all. It just kind of happened because I was not very old, but I loved it. It was Star Wars. It was great. And then episode 2, I also don't remember knowing that was going to come out until it did. But it was also
you
pretty
were
shortly after. Episode 3, though, I knew I was tracking. Definitely was not allowed to watch that one in theaters because, you know, PG-13 and all that. I don't know when the last time or when the first time was I watched that movie without a hand over my face when Anakin is, you know, barbecuing.
Oh, I didn't know where that was gonna go. It was like kissing his wife or what? I wasn't sure. Like we all,
the melting flesh part, the setting on fire, the part that got that a PG-13 rating.
No, dude, like the things that were and were not allowed was amazingly different for every single one of us. Like, so I will say, I had a different experience with Star Wars because I got into it just around 2003 or 4, like right after 2 had been out and everything. So like I knew of Star Wars, but I knew it was awesome. I knew everyone loved it, but I didn't know anything about it. I looked at the TIE fighter and thought they were the good guys. I had no idea what was going on. And then so we start watching episode 4. I'm like, this is great. This is awesome. Episode 5. Oh my God, it ends like that? That's crazy. And then my mom was like, no, there's another one. I've told this story. And then so we go back in episode 1, and I'm like, what's happening? And I'm watching this with my dad, and it was just, we were all confused, and but then Darth Maul was there, and there was nothing to do about that. I had to have everything Darth Maul. But the internet didn't exist at the time, or at least in any appreciable fashion. And so you might as well, if he wasn't in the episode 3 toy run, he might as well have not existed. And so I was like taping lightsabers together and trying to do all this stuff. Like you couldn't find a Darth Maul anything anywhere because he was old news. They were trying to make you think Count Dooku was epic. And so, yeah, it was a disappointing time, but yeah, no, then episode 3, started coming out, and the hype train was absolutely epic. There was nothing that could get me off of that hype train. It was insane.
Do you remember?
And then it came.
Like I feel like we haven't seen this even in current generations, but like every single restaurant had Star Wars Happy Meal toys or whatever, kids' meals toys. Every single grocery store had Star Wars themed sodas, Star Wars themed snacks, Star Wars themed ketchup. They had full displays. They had the R2D2 soda coolers and things. Like,
a friend of mine has one of those.
It was Star Wars.
Awesome.
Everything was Star Wars.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was awesome. And, I think I've told the story. I can't remember, but there was a case lot sale, a military family. And so they would have this big case lot sale. And there was like General Mills did a Star Wars thing where they had lightsaber pens in their Cheerios. And I like, my mom was like,
went so hard on
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Eat that many Cheerios. And I didn't want. I still don't touch Cheerios to this day. But you bet we had like
Cheerios, right?
24. No, they were just straight sawdust Cheerios.
The cardboard ones, yeah.
Like baby snacks. Like I'm just sitting there, I lose all my motor skills, everything. No, it was a wild time. I actually need to go on eBay and buy some of those pens. Like that would be a good nostalgia check to have all of those. But yeah, that was awesome. And I do not to get like a total old head here, but I do hope that that certified unk moment. I do hope that Star Wars has another one of those hype train times, so like Andy, you'll get to experience that because like when these movies were like when these new ones came out,
it's not going
like,
to happen if they don't stop making content.
This is what I was gonna say. Like Michael B, you were talking about how for episode 3, you were anticipating a new Star Wars movie happening, and I'm anticipating more Star Wars movies coming out, but we're all kind of making fun of them because it's like The Mandalorian and Grogu and like whatever pitch it is that they put out that we can only like believe 30% will ever be a real thing. Like it's just it's sadly different.
I wonder about that though. I wonder if it's just like it's lost for us. Like it's too late for us.
Yeah.
Because I remember old people just shitting all over Star Wars, and I'm like, hey man, this is awesome. What are you talking about? And they're like, it was so stupid, man. What are you talking about? Like Boba Fett is a kid, like, and he's from New Zealand. Like, what are we talking about? This is so dumb, And I'm like,
I love it so much.
Really,
yeah.
When you say it like that,
Anakin and Jar Jar, and then the writing and the story, and none of it made any sense. And the graphics, episode 2 was the first fully digitally filmed movie ever. It's the first digitally filmed movie ever, and so a lot of people were not happy about the quality and the appearance of it for just general film.
Absolutely terrible. Like it has aged like milk, dude. Like that movie. Like
that's why
they've gone back and updated some of the visuals, but like, oh, man.
Yeah, I take those 4K Blu-rays and any edits they want to do to episode 1, 2, and 3. I'm usually pretty happy. I'm like, you can
100%.
When the movies are so wrought with CGI, I will take the upgrades. I don't want you to add CGI to my old movies, but if it's already there, you can make it look better, please. I'm okay with it.
It's yeah. Like I was watching a supercut of Order 66 with Lauren because, like I said, we're rewatching Bad Batch, and she got to the part with Wrecker and his chip and everything, and so I was like, no, check this out. And so like, and we saw like the original cut of the 2005 episode 3, and I was like, oh man, wow, like this looks bad. Like I don't know, man. It's funny. I think it really gained something being on those old CRT TVs. Like it helped
Honestly,
smooth out
dude,
the rough edges.
I go back sometimes and I look at our old CRTs and I'm like, how did I make out text while playing Smash Bros? Or like, how did I even see anything? I don't know. Your eyes just adapt to the interlacing because like I can't even. I don't know how you read
Kids
anything at like
today.
so few pixels and every other line is skipped. But we did it. We played Call of Duty that way. Like
That's right. And kids don't know. Your
They'll never
generation,
know.
you don't know. You don't know about that, do you? Yeah. You don't know about
Dude,
the
I
classics
played.
like My Chemical Romance.
I remember the first M-rated video game I ever played was Halo. I know. The people convinced my parents to let me play it by telling them it was like paintball. Which, to be fair, they weren't that wrong. I mean, it's like purple blood and stuff, but it's like purple blood and laser guns. But anyway, the graphics are so bad on that game, the original one anyway, it didn't matter. But I got invited to a LAN party, like an old school LAN party where they had 4 Xboxes and split screen on each Xbox and 4 CRTs all back to back around a big round table. It was at like a coffee shop on base, and that is still to this day one of like that is like peak gaming experience right there. Because each screen was
Andy's
you and a
just
teammate.
dying.
I'm just ignoring you.
That sounds so horrible.
It was so much fun. You get like half of a screen this big, you know, like iTablets. Oh my gosh, iPads are more screen space than we operated with, at about
No.
10 times the resolution. But you know what? We had fun.
We were playing Mario Kart tonight, and our big TV downstairs was split. All four of us were playing, and I was like, ugh, I can barely even see what's going on.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, time is a cruel cycle. Like, we are our parents, and our parents are us, and we're gonna get old and die, and it's hilarious. Like, I'm
Oh, and
telling you, those.
I started feeling motion sick after one round of Mario Kart. That's where we're at.
You're like
You know, you
you're
avoid
like
it by
5
making
years
even smaller
behind us,
screen.
Andy. Just don't worry about it.
I think it's more than 5.
Oh well, I don't know. But I don't.
I don't know
It's a
how old y'all
ballpark.
are.
Yeah, right. It's a ballpark. Either way, that is hilarious. We still need to do the on program episode 3 tournament. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
and also
support that.
the ARP or the role playing thing. We were supposed to do an RPG
That's
at
still in
some
the
point.
works. That's still in the works.
Yeah.
Yep, we're
That's
still.
gonna take
I'm working
time.
on that. Yep,
You
that's gonna
haven't
take a little time, but the Masons are cooking on that. The Masons are cooking.
okay. You haven't looked into
They're Mason.
the Mace Windu book yet, I guess.
I have not. I have not done that. No. So
Okay.
I will. But yeah, you gave us your brief review on that last week, and that was fun. I can't wait to. Well, I guess I can wait, but it's just been super busy, man. I'll get into it at some point. I
Mm-hmm.
will.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what up,
Sure.
Dylan? Welcome. Yeah, we still do this every now and again. It's good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. I'm trying to add you to the broadcast. There it is. Yeah, man. How are things with you? I hope they're doing well. We were just laughing about how there's a Star Wars show coming out in 10 days, and we aren't really that bothered by it. But I hope it's good. I hope it's good. That's about it, guys. I don't have anything else really on the docket. So yeah, but it's great hanging out with y'all, and yeah, look forward for resuming regular content when Skeleton Crew comes out, good, bad, or ugly. Like, I hope it's awesome, but if it's a stinker, we'll laugh together and we'll have fun, and then we will do that holiday special Discord hangout. So get in the Discord. leave a comment if you're not in the Discord, and we will get you that link. But yeah, man, that's gonna be a hoot and a half. And then get ready for the Andor rewatch, because Andy was the weakest link there, and she said she's on board. So, that's what it's all about. Let's close out the show with Dylan's chats here, because I don't want to leave him hanging after putting text in the thing. It's hard to keep consistent when it's hard to be excited. Yeah, I mean, look, man, fair enough.
From one Star Wars podcaster to another. Dang.
Yeah, right. Hey, you remember Star Wars Democracy? We were in there too. I'm in their Discord. They've been quieter than us, so it is what it is, man. We're all out here trying to feel joy. Any show could be dead at any minute. Yeah, 100%. Like, you get a couple angry bald Canadians, and the show's over. So is what it is. Anyway, all the best to y'all. May the Force be with you. And we'll see you next time on Program.
On program.
Thanks for hanging out. We always appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment, join the Discord. You're going to want to see us react to the holiday special. Andy thinks she's ready, but she ain't ready.
No,
she ain't ready. She ain't ready. It's going to be great. Eventually, we're gonna get Mikey D back on the show too. He can stop playing fucking Witcher 3 and pop in. That'd be great. Anyway, peace and love. See you guys next time. This has been On Program.